What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today, let's talk about the Mataiodoxia exotic chest armor for Warlocks releasing in the final shape. After looking at feedback, man, people are not liking this exotic at all. Let me know how you feel about the final shape exotic armor down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the vibe and hit that like button while we continue to talk about this exotic. People are speculating how this exotic works because depending on how it works, more people would like it. I like the theory that when you pump an enemy with more charges of arcane needle, the bigger the radius of the suspension burst is going to be. So let me just break it down. When you're looking at the Mataiodoxia exotic chest armor, it allows your arcane needles to have a suspension burst. And what people are speculating is when you get one arcane needle charge off, your base radius might be 5 meters. And then when you get 2, it'll be 10. And then when you get 3, it'll be 15. I like that functionality theory, and I think that's how it's going to work. I also believe that there's going to be another function that this exotic is going to have because of what they did with the swarmers when they teased it. They only revealed that it allowed threadlings to spawn from tangles. We finally got the swarmers. We also learned that our threadlings were going to be able to apply unravel, which makes the swarmers cracked. So I'm hoping that when we jump into the final shape and we farm for this exotic, there is another function and that functionality would be broken or OP. But I don't think that even with the added functionality or even after learning how this exotic functions, Warlocks are going to be happy. I believe it's because of how good the Well of Radiance is, how good Phoenix Protocol is, and how just amazing the Well of Radiance fits the identity of some Warlocks. Like, Warlocks want to be support. That's why Warlocks are all running the same sort of exotics that are support based. You know, you got the Phoenix Protocol. We also have the Cenotaph exotic helmet. The Fallen Sunstar was really good for the Warlock community because that was another support exotic. The Navigator, I remember people loving that exotic. People still use that exotic because it's so great at support. An exotic that needs to be reworked or like buffed or whatever is the Boots of the Assembler. It was a pretty good idea for people who enjoy support. And then Illumina. So the reason why the Mataiodoxia isn't doing well is because the community is craving another exotic that could challenge the Well of Radiance, that could force us into another subclass. It doesn't do anything for survivability, and it may not even do anything for damage. In Destiny 2, the end game is survivability, it is damage. So we want exotics that are going to allow us to support our teammates or just support ourselves in survivability and damage. So we haven't gotten that in a very long time. We haven't gotten an exotic that allows us to support our teammates in survivability or allow us to increase our survivability rate or just increase our teammates' damage. I have been encouraging Bungie to stop creating niche exotics. We need exotics that challenge or gives us another option in the meta. Feed the meta, please feed the meta. And a way for the Mataiodoxia to feed the meta is maybe the more charges or the more enemies you have suspended, or just simply the enemies you have suspended are vulnerable, so they take more damage. So that will allow you to do more damage to champions or do more damage to majors and minors, and maybe even do more damage to bosses. That way your melee is another way to apply weakening for the Strand kit. Because right now I believe all we have is Sever, and Sever just decreases enemies' damage. Why would we want to do that when they're all suspended? So I don't know why we would want to do Sever. I would hope that we do weaken these fools that are trapped in our suspension and we're able to do more damage to them. That may allow the Mataiodoxia to be maybe viable in Grandmaster difficulty. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. It may not even just be survivability. Maybe Warlocks are just craving more exotics to bring into Endgame. There aren't a lot. You know, the Phoenix Protocol, you know, and the Cenotaph, the Geomags, maybe. So, yeah, man. More exotics that make Warlocks powerful in Endgame or makes Warlocks more powerful in support. Again, let me know how you feel down in the comments about this exotic. When I first saw the exotic, I was just chill, you know, not like super excited, not overhyped. I was just chill because I saw another exotic that I could potentially make builds for and test and break and whatever, experiment. So that's all I really wanted with this exotic. I feel like it's going to do that pretty good, especially with the prismatic subclass. I just can't wait to use the prismatic subclass, man, with any exotic. With any exotic. So I think this is going to be good for the prismatic subclass. I think it's going to be good for the Strand locks as well. It does have some stiff competition with the Mind Spun and Osseo Striga Necrotic Grip build. Maybe people don't like this exotic because it makes Bungie seem a little tone deaf. Like, why are you giving us another suspension build when the Mind Spun, Necrotic, Osseo Striga, Necrochasm builds are so good? You know, like, we don't need another suspension build as Warlocks. What we need is this. Basically, I'm just content, man. I don't know why. I don't know what has changed. There was a time where I did want exotics for Warlocks to be OP and wanted to be meta changing, game changer exotics, but that sensation just disappeared, man. I just don't feel that way anymore. I do want more fragments that increase survivability, more fragments that allow us to heal, more fragments that allows us to increase our damage reduction. I do not believe in every kit there should just be one fragment for survivability. Honestly, I hope that they introduce more aspects that gives us survivability, because I feel like there are very little aspects, and especially in the Warlock kit, that allows us to survive. That's pretty much all I had to say about the new exotic chest armor coming to us in the final shape. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one, baby. Peace and one love.